The Lord is our shepherd, I shall not want. Him maketh I lie down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for name's sake. Yea! Though I RASTA go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Who prepare a table before right in the presence of our enemy them. Who anointed I head with no oil, me cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy. I go follow I all the days of I even. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Ja. Kadama we groma be tela eh. Where twos and threes meet in the name of the Most I Ja. And that's so Jaja there. If Jaja never build up your house, the builder I go build it in vain same way. If Jaja never watch upon your house, the watchman I go watch it in vain. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it, and them is safe. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Jah shall deliver him from all of them. And I give thanks. How mouse go Lisa, and then water. I was simply up for. How what time you mo? Oh, you all alone. This is the Black Pot, aka Kuku Show, where we speak truth to power in my name. Black Rasta. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes, and sizes, aromas, and even flavors. Put aside all their differences, relegating all those to the background and relocating into the black pot where they are subjected to some good amount of cooking. They produce food in the aftermath. And the food, ironically, is not even enjoyed by the black pot. Neither is it enjoyed by the ingredients. It is enjoyed by us, the eaters. Yet every time, the black pot and the ingredients will rise to the occasion, producing food in all its sumptuousness, in all its palatability. Oh gosh, what a lesson. A lesson of selflessness. A lesson of generational thinking. How many of us believe that whoever is poor is lazy? How many people believe that once we have worked so hard to achieve this, no other person is deserving of enjoying whatever it is? After all, they did not play any role in that. Now, the story of the black pot and the ingredients is clear. It's a lesson of selflessness. Yes, selflessness is a lesson of generational thinking. Yes, we have it all today. But should we blow it all up today? No. We must think about generations yet to come. That is what is known as sacrifice. That's what our ancestors did. They made sure that they left some for us, even though they could have used all. And today we are benefiting from the wisdom that they left behind for us. This is the Black Pot, aka Kuku Show. And here we speak truth to power. We are live on YouTube, and our YouTube channel is Black Empire Media, BLAKK. And of course, we are also live on Facebook. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be the first person to be notified to watch this. We are grateful that you have joined us. Your time with us will never, ever go wasted. This is the pot that is black. It's the Black Pot. In my name, Black Rasta. We want to say thank you so much to ISIT. Now, ISIT is ISIT. That is In Spirit, in Truth. Is a newest social media platform that everybody is talking about. Now, you can go live on ISIT. You can make audio and video calls. And then you can also do text messaging. Now, the thing about ISIT is that it's made by Ghanaian engineers. Yes, built by Ghanaian engineers in America. And it's so easy to deal with. Now, if your regular social media platform is full of negativity, yes, hoodlums have taken over the whole place. It's violence, it's full of nudity and all that. Then time now to jump ships and join us on EasyIt. Now, all you need to do is to download the EZIT app from Google Play and App Store, and that's it. You are on EZIT. Make crystal clear memories and keep them by connecting with family and friends on EZIT. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kokoshonomo, where we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize. But if we must criticize, we'll do that on one condition, just to build and not to destroy. And right here on this segment, we have something so picturesque we want to share with you. Please share this broadcast. Share this broadcast. Like and make a comment. We will be reading your comments along the program. And it is called the Blakk Pot. My name Blakk RASTA. Today we have 5 very important issues to look at. And I need you to come along. Number 1. Watch it rolling on your screens. It says what? It says top NPP members sacked. Come here. Who are the top NPP members who have been sacked? My God. Look at them. They call them the 4 Musketeers. My brother, my sister, these are people who have sacrificed for their party. They have been sacked by their party, the NPP, the New Patriotic Party. Why? What is it all about? Run the story, my youth. This is from Ghana Web, and it says, Hobson Adoye, Boniface, Boabeng Asamoah, or Hene Nto fired from the NPP. And that's an official statement. Run the story. Now, the New Patriotic Party, the NPP, has said that the memberships of some of its members who have flouted the party's constitution by supporting the candidate of other aspirants outside the party are no longer valid. These individuals are Hobson Adoye, Nana Ohene Nto, Boniface Abubakar Sadiq, and Boabeng Asamoah. According to a statement by the party dated November 20, 2023, and signed by its General Secretary, Justin Kodua Frimpong, it said the above individuals have publicly endorsed the candidature of a person other than the party's duly elected presidential candidate, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. In line with these constitutional provisions, it is the view that the NPP that Hobson Adoye, Nana Ohininto, Boniface Abubakar Sadiq, and Boabeng Asamoah have automatically forfeited their membership of the party. They are therefore no longer members of the party. Part of the statement read. That's it. Now, this is a party that is very, very undemocratic. It's a party that is no longer a party, it is a cult. Jeff, find me the meaning of a cult. C-U-L-T. Cult. My brother, a cult is that kind of association where members cannot decide otherwise. It is normally a certain kind of association where members are bound by vows, and sometimes they are even tied together by spiritism. That's a cult. In a cult, if you are told, don't do this, and you make a mistake and do it, there is never any kind of consideration, no forgiveness. You have to go. That's a cult. A cult is different from an occultic movement. They can intersect at a certain point, but they are different. The NPP is now a cult, it's not a party. The name has to be changed from NPP to NPC. New Patriotic Cult. They are only patriotic to their cult and nothing more. My brother, my sister, you have a party, and this political party has its own constitution. Now, in the constitution, they put it in there that any member of the party who will support any candidate outside the candidate of their party forfeits its membership. Where is the democracy? Yet when elections come, some of these people even preach blouse and skirt. They encourage members to vote black blood, blouse and skirt in some constituencies. What does it mean? Blouse and skirts, right? My brother, my sister, the NPP has lost it. These are key members of the party. Now, the most painful thing is this. Alan Tremantin, who these guys are supporting, has suffered for this party blood and tears for so many years. For one reason or the other, he decides that he has had enough. And for that matter, he has resigned from the party so he could engage other interests. Some members of the party agree that, oh, well, it looks like we want to support you. And they have endorsed him. Because of that, they have been sacked. Who would like to join a party that is this vindictive? A party that you leave and everybody is incited against you. What childishness is this? My brother, my sister, I'm going to tell you something after this. But watch the meaning of cult. He says, a system of religious veneration and devotion directed towards a particular figure or object. That's number one. Two, a person or thing that is popular or fashionable amongst a particular group or section of society. Now we are looking at the first one. That's what a cult is. A system of religious veneration and devotion directed towards a particular figure or object. That's the NPP. You make a mistake, you pay with your blood. You make a mistake, there's no forgiveness. Dash it away. Now, do we all remember the second Speaker of Parliament? How many of us remember him? Do we all remember him? The second Speaker of Parliament. This was a guy who was part of the party. Listen attentively to this dirty, hypocritical party called the NPP. If I was God, by now I would have sent fire and lightning on this party, the president and vice president and everybody, and relegated them to hell for Satan to sodomize all of them. The second Speaker of Parliament, a member of the NPP, was approached and told to step down from his constituency as an MP. But he believed that he would still be able to win. But they tried to stop him. They used some dirty nuances and underpinnings to get him out. When they got him out, he decided that he would run independent. So he ran independent and won against the member of the party that they had all endorsed. He proved the party wrong, that he was more popular and more efficient than the candidate of the NPP that they had put there. I don't deal with names and all that, so I don't even remember his name, but I remember his office. Second Speaker of Parliament. My brother, now when they went for the final elections, they realized that there was a necktie. What is the necktie? There was a tie. NPP, NDC. And in Parliament, they needed the majority to be able to make good decisions, right? So right now, they needed an independent candidate. The dirty President Nana Akufo-Addo, with no shame, decided to approach this man that they are removed from the party by virtue of the fact that he had run independently against his party and even won against his party. Now they went to him. You know what they told him? Oh, you know, once an MPP member, you are always an MPP member. Forget that our party constitution says we should remove you. Please, we need you back. If you have a photo of the second deputy speaker of parliament, put it out. It's sad. This man ran against his own party, the NPP, just in the last elections and won. Nana Akufo-Addo ordered that he should be removed from the party. By their constitution, they kicked him out. When the man won the elections now, and they realized that they needed the numbers, they went to the man now begging him with their tails in between their legs. Once an MPP member, always an MPP member. These greedy people in power who have no conscience. Your constitution said sack him. You sack the guy because he ran against your endorsed candidate. This is the guy. My brother, my sister. You know what the guy did? He told them, well, because you sacked me and disgraced me, if you are bringing me back, then I want to be speaker. He said, speaker, okay, we can give you deputy speaker. Blah, 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 blah. That was how come this man became the deputy speaker of parliament. By virtue of the fact that he became very bold and wiser than his own party, the NPP. If he hadn't taken that decision, he would have still been walking around as some non-entity, following them for peanuts. I salute this guy. That's democracy. That's the same thing Alan is doing. Alan ran the elections. He felt that he had been cheated. You gave everything to Baumia. Now he wants to stand on his own and run the elections like the same man did. You are inciting the people against him. Those who are supporting him, you are sacking them one after the other. This party has no future. Somebody asked Mr. President, when you went begging this second deputy speaker of parliament, begging him to give you his vote, and that once an NPP member, always an NPP member, what were you thinking? That is why they say politics is a dirty game. Now, to the rest of the members of the NPP, you should know what will befall you when at a point you believe that there's a better candidate. Even though I believe in the principles of this party, I believe that there's an individual here that I think is better than my party's candidate. That is democracy. Should I repeat it? I am saying you can belong to the NPP or the NDC. Let's concentrate on the NPP for now. You can belong to the NPP, and even though you have a candidate running for your party, presidential candidate, you believe that the one in NDC is better. Therefore, Ghana is the bigger picture. You will rather vote for the NDC's candidate. Your party says you should be sacked because you are endorsing another candidate from a different party. Is that democracy or is foolishness? They don't put Ghana first. It's all about the party. This is what the party says. So we all have to do it. Nobody has the right to say that, oh, for the bigger picture, this is what I think we should do. Everybody must toe the line of the party, even if the party is wrong. How can the nation grow? How can it grow when all of us are so parochial minded? You sacked that guy and he decided to still stand on his 2 feet. He won the elections hands down. Now you went begging him and sending big men to go and talk to him, chiefs to talk to him. And he also called the shots. Make me a deputy speaker of parliament. He got around with that. And he's now the second deputy speaker of parliament by virtue of the fact that he became democratic against his party's undemocratic, unpatriotic behavior. To hell with this NPP party, my God. And until these people start looking at the bigger picture, now this country will continue to suffer. Dash it away. Now the next story I would like to look at is also a very interesting story. And I need you to come along. Watch the story. France beat Maxwell Konadu to COMA. France beat Maxwell Konadu to COMA, not to death, to COMA. COMA. Do we all remember Maxwell Konadu? Find me a photograph of Maxwell Konadu in his dreadlocks. In the days when we were growing up, this gentleman played so well for the Black Stars. In fact, he sported his dreadlocks and that became his trademark. Anytime hairs went up and we saw dreadlocks there, we all shouted, "Goal!" And boom, it was in the net. The dreadlocks were flying all over the place. Maxwell Konadu. Today, how many people even remember that he used to have dreadlocks? He played alongside people like Kwame Ayew. My brother, my sister, these were the two dangerous dreadlocks. Today, when you look at this man, would you ever believe that he was Rasta? Or he had dreadlocks on his head? He was one of the people who served the nation in terms of football very, very well. Very humble man. He would come in from his base, bank in the goals, and go away. Very humble, never controversial. No issue ever came up in the Black Stars team that had this man's name in it as long as it was controversial. Maxwell Konadu. Then he became a coach for Asante Kotoko. And then he kept coaching around and doing some things to keep flesh and blood and bones together. This is not Maxwell Konadu. This is somebody else. But at the end of the day, my brother, my sister, Maxwell Konadu made it. He made it. At least he was patriotic. He played for Ghana. He did well for Ghana. He banged in the goals for Ghana. And he was so patriotic to his motherland. He's still right here on the soil doing work. But look at what I'm seeing. Watch the headline. Run it, my youth. What is the headline saying? Watch how Maxwell Konadu was viciously beaten unconscious at Sunyani Coronation Park. I want to spare you the video. But watch the story. Nswatreman FC coach Maxwell Konadu was attacked by fans of Bofuakwatano at the Sunyani Coronation Park on Sunday, just yesterday, November 19, 2023. According to the official Nswatreman handle on X, the manager was beaten for earning a point in the away fixture. In a video cited by Ghana Web, the disappointed home fans invaded the pitch after full time and manhandled the former Asante Kotoko coach. Maxwell Konadu went unconscious as a result and was rushed to the hospital to receive treatment. According to club spokesperson Jempe Joel, the manager regained consciousness later in the night and went unconscious again. Did you hear that? Gained consciousness and went unconscious again. Do you know what symptoms these are? I pray that the worst never happens. He got to the hospital unconscious and back conscious in 2 hours' time, but unfortunately went back around 10 p.m. and still yet to be back active. Still in the hospital, he posted on X. Konadu set up a defensive approach which paid dividends as he earned a point to send his team to second place. Meanwhile, the stalemate means Bofuakwa, who had a strong start to the season and led the table at some point, has slipped to the 16th on the log. Bofuakwa Tano secured promotion to the Ghana Premier League at the end of the last 16, following a 16-year absence. We all know Bofuakwa. It was one of the teams in my days that we all loved. Violence in football, barbarism in football. I didn't know that at this time we will be experiencing things like this. I watched a video the other day, right here in Ghana. Some people were chasing a referee. The referee was meandering. They were chasing him, beating him, and kicking him. Why? Where is security? Fans can behave so abnormally. So there must be security every time to be able to deal with some of these unforeseen, or better still, foreseen instances. Because there are some people who are still barbaric-minded. They beat up Maxwell Konadu, the coach. What did he do? He was a tactician. He made sure that he had a strong defense. And Bofokwa was not able to penetrate. For that matter, it ended in a goalless draw. You were angry that he played a tactical game and decided that he will beat up the coach. Where is the spirit of competition? Where is the spirit of togetherness? And where is even the spirit of football, fair play? You beat up the coach. I hope that the security authorities would find the perpetrators and bring them to book. And I also pray that Maxwell Konadu regains consciousness and nothing serious really happens to his health. Because going into coma, coming back into it, and going back again is not a good sign. I don't know if the unforeseen happens and this man dies. How would the fans feel? Some fans will not feel it now. Later in life, they will regret what they did. Whatever it is, where are the security forces? There was a time, real Tamale United. In Tamale, I was a little boy, and I was a member of the Red Cross Society, Service Mankind. My brother, at that time, no team dared come to Tamale and win. The Caladan Park was the Waterloo of all football clubs in Ghana. Asante Kotoko, House of Oak, all of them. The moment they entered Caladan, they knew they were going to lose. How were they losing the matches? Was it because RTU was so good and RTU lost every match outside Caladan? Authorities should have thought wiser. Why is RTU losing all matches outside but winning all matches at home? You should investigate. You know what they did? There was no fence at the Caladan part, the inner perimeter, what they call the inner perimeter. So if opposing teams came to throw the ball, you would have fans holding their leg and pulling their leg back. Sometimes they would boot their legs, throw stones at them, or even threaten them. Hey! Imagine an Asante man coming to throw football and he sees this man's face, shake it and do it. He doesn't understand. But the action is enough to frighten him. He will tell the next player, hey, that was what was happening in Tamale. As a little boy. My brother, if the referee made the mistake and did not push the RTU players to win, trouble. The referee will be the first person to be beaten. Almost every match, fans will jump into the pitch. There was no inner perimeter. Abidi Pele and the rest were all playing there. We all went to watch them there. Anna Nikobo, Cho, and the rest. I'm glad that I lived from that time. And I saw it. Little boy, about 11, 10, 9, 11. We went to the stadium as Red Cross people to watch these people. There was a time Cornerstone came to play football. You know what happened? RTU went to play Cornerstone in Kumasi. And fans mistakenly slapped 2 RTU players for whatever they did. I can't remember. And the RTU players said, Toinya, Kanatamale. When Cornerstone came to Tamale, hey, that day, I saw, what are the football fans? You should know this. Cornerstone, look, the park had never been filled up like that. As a ghost came out from Zujung, the cemetery there is called Zujung. They all came out and came to the stadium, holding stones and sticks, waiting for cornerstones. You know what happened? The first person to fall was number 9. Nobody touched him. He just fell. And when they took him out, he refused to come back. Cornerstone players started falling as if they had bili, one after the other, because omumpe omuhasin. The referee realized that they were left with only 6 players and he closed the match. Did you ever see that? First time he should have gone into the Guinness Book of Records. Players come to play football for fear of being beaten. Any player who fell and was carried by the Red Cross refused to go back to the pitch. And the referee, abysmal performance. The ball will be thrown. He will take it as penalty. Onuna onkoji throw na yambono. RTU versus Cornerstones. I remember this in Tamale. I grew up in Tamale. I didn't grow up in Sunyani. I don't know what happened in Kumasi. I don't know what happened in Sunyani. I don't know what happened in Accra. But in those days, this was what was happening in. I thought we had grown past those days. But if referees are still beating, coaches are still beating, hey, we should go into the Guinness Book of Records. That a coach was beaten because he did not lose a match. Hey! I know referees are sometimes beaten. Linesmen are sometimes beaten. Some players may sometimes be beaten. But a coach is beaten until he falls into coma because his team did not lose. Guinness Book of Records. I will push for it. I will write to Guinness and tell them this should go into the Guinness Book of Records. Shame on you, Coronation Park, Bofuakwa fans. Shame. You should be banned. Muna anke was mumu free. 14 BC hono. 14 BC. Chan hini time no. Chan hini kukulaka. Number 4 time no. Time no sa ohona mu free. We are here. Maxwell, we wish you a speedy recovery. We are waiting to see you. I'll come and shake hands with you when you return. In the interim, it's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Send your messages in. We will read them right after this one. Hey! Wayo!
Blakk Pot, Kukushonomo.
This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. And next story. Now the next story is very interesting. I'm taking you to Nigeria. MIKEL Obi angry at African families' entitledness. You know when they say somebody's entitled? When somebody feels entitled. Oh, you are my friend, and once you make money, you have to give me some. You feel so entitled. There are some people, they believe that once they are your fans, they can come to you at any time, come into your house, whatever you are eating, they can put their hands and eat at any time by virtue of the fact that they are your fans. MIKEL Obi has shared a very sad story. I'm going to start by going to my Joy Online, but in the interim, who is MIKEL Obi? That's him. He played for Nigeria. He sported this tiny, rough hair like dreadlocks. Very, very solemn guy. MIKEL Obi. Very good player. At a point, he was even the captain of the Nigerian team, right? MIKEL Obi. Hey! This guy has gone through hell. There was a kidnapping case, and he was going to play a game that day, and was told that his mother or father or auntie or sister Some family member had been kidnapped. He had to dole out money as ransom before this person was released. He's gone through hell. Hey, he shared some story that I know you can relate. Run it, my youth. This is it. Ghana Web. He says, they give birth and expect you to take care of them. And this is MIKEL Obi lamenting pressure from family. Run it. Look at this. He says, former Super Eagles midfielder John Obi MIKEL has highlighted the pressure most African footballers face after their breakthrough. MIKEL explains that when a footballer makes money, the family assumes ownership and entitlement of the success as they believe he owes it to them. He said extended family members pop up from nowhere looking to be taken care of by the player, narrating a worst case scenario on Vibe with 5. He said the player's sisters marry opportunists and go on to give birth to many children, expecting the player to take care of the children. Leave it there. You see, is it not the same thing with politics in Ghana? You have a brother, he's struggling somewhere. All of a sudden, he becomes a politician. His sisters and great-grand-sisters, great-grandfathers all emerge from graves and come out. Oh, we have a brother who is here. Those of us who come from the village, any family member that we don't even know who comes to Accra, they are looking for us. True? It's okay if you can take care of, but they feel so entitled. Some of them just come to spy on you and see what kind of food you are eating. So that they go back to the village. Hey, wait. Num bula koku be man ngubra. Ukungubri me num bula. Boy on your damn sham. Hala bo puru jungle ba. Sheje mbala. I know you don't understand. Use AI to understand this language. My brother, they come from the village, and when you help them a little bit, hey, you are in trouble. Next season, 1,000-fold will be coming, and they all eye you. My father used to say, may he rest in peace. He said, when they come like that, and you are unable to give aid to them, they threaten you with bad medicines, aka juju. This is what MIKEL Obi is saying. And he's been captured by the BBC. Yes, BBC. Huh? BBC. You think we are joking? Watch it. BBC Sport. John Obi MIKEL on African players sending money to family back home. Run it, my youth. Hey! John Obi MIKEL says African footballers are effectively subject to an extra tax as they often support extended family and hangers on back home. The former Chelsea and Nigerian midfielder has claimed some players are even threatened by their own blood if they do not offer financial assistance. When you come from Africa, and this is something I don't think we speak a lot about, when you make money, it's not your money, said MIKEL, speaking on Rio Ferdinand's Vibe with 5. You have all these relatives, cousins, whatever. Your sisters, they go off and get married to some guy. He just wants to get married into John Obi MIKEL's family because then he thinks my life is sorted. Come here. Can you see that? You start looking after this guy and you send money to your sister and the money goes to him and he does whatever he does with it. This is the thing nobody knows about. Your money is not your money. You get a salary and say, I will put this aside for this person, but that aside for that person, and put that aside for my mom and dad. Before you know it, you are getting less than them. That is true. Did you underline that? Before you know it, you are getting less than what you have even given to these people. It happens to me every time. I take my salary. The other day I sat down, I took the salary, and something told me, just put it down, and ask the people to come and take. It goes like fire. The Hamatan. I can account for every single penny of my salary. Sometimes people that I allocate some money to, at the end of the day, they even have more money than me. That's what MIKEL Obi is saying. I'm not complaining, no. I am only praying that God gives me more so I can sort out these people. That's all I'm saying. This is what MIKEL Obi is saying. Listen to him. Listen, oh. Listen. He says, this is the culture. They expect you to do that for them. You owe them. The story needs to be told. A lot of young African players that are coming up now need to be told this because they will go through similar situations. They will need to know how to deal with this. MIKEL says players have to be strong if they decide to stop assisting others financially, as there can be a backlash. What is the backlash? What is the backlash if you stop doing this? Watch this. Sometimes you have to say enough is enough. I don't care. For me, that moment came about 5 years ago. The 36-year-old added, I said no more, because I have been doing this since I started playing football. You become the bad guy. They stop answering your phone calls. They are used to calling you, not to check up on you, but to ask, what are you giving me? Listen. You have to be strong enough. I was giving so much to the family. All you do is keep giving, and they are so comfortable that they expect you to do that for the rest of your life. MIKEL says players could even be emotionally blackmailed. They give you this thing whereby if you don't do it or pay, we are going to the press. This is the part I was waiting for. Your own family. How many of you can relate? We went to Blakk RASTA the other day. Do you know that his wife is the one chopping all his money? The wife has used juju on him. And a stupid blogger somewhere will write, Blakk RASTA's wife used juju on him. Family members have come out together against Blakk RASTA. That when he receives his pay, and all the money he receives, he doesn't give the family anything. His wife is the one who is spending all the money because she took him to Nogokpo. How many of you can relate? Understand the African setting. You don't marry an individual, you marry a family. But the sad thing is that when you are suffering in the African family, your suffering is not the suffering of the whole family. They leave you to your thing. But when you break through, your success is the success of everybody. That is why the Akan people say, Abusia peadie chirika. Minka nubium. Abusia peadie chirika. That the family wants the wealth, but it is always running away from debt. D-E-B-T. You are thinking you are family. After all I have done for you guys. That's MIKEL Obi talking. When you read the story, it goes further into kidnap and all that, but dash it out. You see, MIKEL Obi, I can relate, and I know what you're talking about. A lot of African people can relate. There are people that successful Africans take care of, and they don't even know them. My brother, my sister, that is why some African people, they leave their families and go and hide somewhere in some country that is not even on the map. They stay there till they are 80 years. And then they are now finding their way home with a walking stick. They are coming home to die so that they get a befitting burial. Such people, family would become unfamily. Same way you unfriend. They will unfriend you culturally and emotionally. Hallelujah. How can we deal with this? Please limit your expectations. There's an African proverb that I like. It says that poverty is an orphan, but success is family. When you listen to Ejankaba from Blakk RASTA, it's in there. If you are poor, you are Kwame Mensah's son. But when you get rich, you are everybody's son. Say, Kwame Mensah banu na okono. Akoburu nsasa wa say. Afam ma be se me so mu nyina adwane agano. Na ade anu kra se enye adwuma. Ni papa de ade eduru. Eduru no kra anye adwuma nti. Wonni hwe. But unya konya sika kakra. Se mi wa fa se no unim no. Me wa fa se o. Me fa se Kwame ni nua Mensah ono su ni nua Kofi. Ono ne chiriba no. Success is family. Poverty is an orphan. Minimize this dirty expectation. Because of that, a lot of African families don't even grow. You make the money, and instead of investing it into something that could take care of family later, no, everybody is plucking one branch here, the tree will never even grow into having fruits. Do you get it? It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kokushonomo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we shall be reading your messages. In the interim, hey! Woyo!
Blakk Pot, Kokushoda, man.
Ebusia peadie chirika. I'm told it's Ebusia, not Abusia. I don't know where I got that Abusia from. But I've always thought that it was Abusia. But they say it's Ebusia. I'm sure you didn't know either. Any which way, let your comments be paraded. Wanini boy says, oh, good to be in class today. Come here and share the broadcast. Henyo Raphael says, good evening, my brother, Blakk RASTA. Regards from Tinare. Wayo, blessed. Benzino says, nice African print Blakk RASTA. Oh, yes. This is from Buding. You know, blessed love and, you know, big of Royal Fellini. You know. All right. So, Mohammed Banzia says, more fire, big brother, teach us. MC Scorpion from Ashaiman. Okay. Benjamin Kwanzaa says, this is the Blakk Pot. Come here. Blakk RASTA, please. When are you starting your nationwide tour? And I want to meet you personally because I have taken you as my mentor. Well, it's supposed to be beginning somewhere in January. And we'll go all the way till March. Yes. So we are waiting for the sponsors to give us the go-ahead. Sponsors or no sponsors, we will find a way of doing what we can do. Kojo One Fool says, greetings. We all pray that you are blessed. Sending some love from Somenya. Attending class, but at the end, don't forget to comment, subscribe, and don't forget to like. Thank you. Asma Banda 1 says, greetings to you, legendary Blakk RASTA. Blessed love, Asma Banda 1. Gosway Jata says, Blakk RASTA, live in Kumasi. Come here! Wayo! Blessed love to my people in Kumasi. Rap Thunder says, our legend prophet is here. Legendary. What a nice outfit. Well, blessed love, respect. And then Mirror says, Wayo. Jude Asigri says, good evening, sir. Senior man. Welcome to another week. Keep the fire blazing. Stephen Banda says, wisdom is online. I'm listening to you, my king. Wayo. Rap Thunder says, come here. Watch, listen, like, comment, and please don't forget to share the broadcast. I love you, legendary Blakk. I do as well. Stephen Banda says, thanks, my king. Blakk, I am still waiting. Thanks for the teachings you always give us. Thank you so much. Blessed love. And this is now Facebook. Mario Mensa says, great show. Watching you live from Sweden. Blessed love, Mario. Amar Abdurrahman says, welcome. Amu Fire. Tom Poe says, good evening, Blakk. Stanley Opari says, hey, MPP is finished. Asma Banda says, good evening, legendary wisdom. General Blakk Rasta, we thank Jah for another blessed week. Blessed love. Tairu Zulka says, I love your show. Keep doing the good work. Thank you. Stanley Edujemfi says, Blakk Rasta, I'm watching you live from the United States. More grace from Almighty Allah to you. Blessed love. And Tompo says, opportunist. That's we Africans for you. What I have faced from my extended family, only God knows. So many people can relate. So many people can relate. It's sad. It is sad. I'm telling you. Any which way. This is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Koko Shonomo, and here we speak truth to power. Next story, my youth. Now the next story says, Angel Media Lovebirds spill beans on rocks. Please, in goes to on rocks. So we all know Angel FM. We all know Angel TV. These are the lovebirds. They met at Angel, and then they became angels in love, and then they got married. The guy on the right there is called Kaninja. And the lady here is called Zandi Kamel. She's an actress and also a media person. But they actually met at Angel Media, a media house right here in Accra. Come here. So they got married. And then, for some reason, the marriage started dwindling. Yes, dwindling. The woman said the man was not very affectionate and wanted the man to behave more romantically. And the man said, I didn't go to any romance university. For that matter, I don't know how to deal with this, your romance thing. Then the woman said she paid for everything that was needed for the marriage, including the suit of the sports presenter called Kaninja. And Kaninja never responded until he felt that it was too much. And he threw 2 shots. Number 1, he said he didn't know he got married to a lesbian. According to him, his wife was a lesbian. And she had a way of satisfying herself with her lesbian partners. And all the money that came into the house, she used it to take care of lesbians. Why did I decide to choose this very private story? Apart from the fact that they went public with this, there's another reason. Run the story. Watch it. He says, old wise woman, Kaninja jabs delay as he responds to claims by ex-wife during interview. Run it. Sports journalist King Kaninja has taken a swipe at on-air personality Dolores Frimpong Manson, better known as Delay, after his ex-wife Zandi Kamel made damning allegations against him during an interview on the Delay Show. Now, the interview uploaded on the Delay's YouTube page on Saturday, November 18, 2023, saw Zandi make several explosive revelations, including how she sponsored her wedding with the journalist who is known in real life as Nana Kweku Mensah. An unhappy Kaninja took to his social media platform to respond to these claims and also called out Delay for using her platform wrongly, calling Delay an old wise woman. Kaninja said, at your age, you would be using your platform for building people, not creating enmity amongst people. And this is what he put up. He said, the interviewer, you are desperately chasing me for an interview 2 years ago when I was in Tadi, to the extent that you even wanted to pay my airfare, but I declined your requests. The last time I checked, you are not responsible enough to, well, some things are cut at the end there. And it says, the guy you had a thing with in Italy just got married. What are you waiting for, old wise woman? The reason I don't give attention to some of this news is that, blah, 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 blah. This is Delay. She's my colleague and probably my age mate. Women are always 25 for the past 30 years. You know, but women, we give our real ages. But women normally keep it. That's why my mother told me, never ask a woman, how old are you? You'll never get the right answer. Delay is a pretty woman. She's not been married. But, I mean, in a country where marriage is supposed to be the yardstick, people think that no matter how much successful she is, the marriage thing is still a dot on her forehead like the mark of Cain. She's beautiful, isn't she? She went on a slimming course. She became a vegetarian and so on. And so she used to be heavy like the African woman, bubbly. But she decided that no, she should do something else with her figure. Whilst other people are busily injecting things and, you know, she decided not to do that. She went through some very good, healthy ways of doing that. But of course, I agree with Kaninja. Her platform is a sensationalist platform. There are interviews Delay would have, and she wouldn't air them because they were not sensational enough. Who is sleeping with who? That's what normally she's interested in. Who is sleeping with who? Who stole what from who? So it's all about sensationalism. That I know. I've appeared on the show a number of times, twice or so. Last time they wanted to have me on, I just said, no, enough is enough. Whilst she's using sensationalism to make her money, she forgets that other people are crashing and dying because of her sensationalism. We needed a little bit of sensationalism to be able to come up. But when you come up to a certain point and still dwell on sensationalism, then you've lost it. It's like an upcoming artist who is jumping all over the place, wants to be seen. Once you are seen and you are still hopping around like a mad rabbit, people would think that you are insane. It's true. A lot of people have complained. But if you are going on Delay's show, then you must know the line of questioning. That's the other aspect. Because that's who she is. She wants to find out who you are sleeping with, who slept with you. But that's all she's interested in. We heard you were gay. Have you been gay before? You stole this person's thing. Like revealing secrets in the opening. That's what she's interested in. So if you don't want that, you don't go on a show. But come here, let me tell you the final thing. Now, the lady, Zandi, who went to Delay, granted an interview and spilled all the beans. You are not smart. Who is going to marry you? I will not marry you. Jeff will not marry you. Lenche Lenche will not marry you. Stanley will not marry you. Dwabel Yinzor Bill would not marry you. No man would want to marry a woman, come here, who after some small fracas would go and sit in the media and talk about the fact that they paid for what in the house. You are not smart. These days, a lot of these girls, they just eat lactogen and become poof, no sense, no common sense. And when you look at the face, you realize that there's no wisdom in this head. It's just a big fat coconut painted with pawns. I'm so disappointed in this woman. I've never met her, never seen her. Listen, you had a relationship. It fell on the rocks. Go your separate ways. That's okay. This boy never said anything. He never uttered a word. You even separated your places of work. You have an opportunity to talk. Is Delay married? By what you are saying, are you encouraging her to marry? She sees too many of these things. You people who see marriage to be the everything of life. When you wanted this guy to marry you, you behaved like an angel. You were ready to even pay for him to put his name on your name. Now when things didn't get well, childishly, you go and sit in the media. I paid for his suit. I paid. You are not smart. You are not. I don't know who advises her. No common sense. I don't want girls like this. Private issues should remain private. Any man who goes for this woman should also remember that when something happens, she's back in the media. He has a small thing like this. I didn't cry, sorry, Papa. And ye Juma Papa. Oba, 2 seconds, and no. She, even if you read some of the stories put out, she said she was only 5 minutes happy in the whole relationship. Meanwhile, the day you got married, cheek to cheek, you were smiling through that the whole day. You were happy for just 5 minutes. Don't do that. To the point of mentioning his mother. Saying that he mentioned your mother first, so you two are mentioning the mother. They are not smart. I don't know who employs these people. No common sense. But Kaninja also behaved like a man. Jairofno. Behave like a man. Let her talk. We have seen men who have watched bitter women talk. Let them hang on their own talk. Leave her. Let her talk. Talk. When she finishes talking, she will go around asking people to come and beg you. She wants to come back again. These days, men are very expensive. Be careful. I wanted to pronounce something, but me can't because ebediwechi, use Andy. Men are very difficult to get these days, especially good men. I'm telling you, there are women all over the place, and it's not to say anything against women. It's statistical. If you get a man and you joke with the man and he goes away, he can get another 10 in a row, but you would have to pay a big price if you want to behave like the man. Women, please learn to humble. Social media is turning a lot of women into senseless women. Be careful. Dash it. Delay. You have gone to delay. Sit with delay to say so many nasty things about your marriage. Did you hear her say one secret about her life? People have been saying that she was also dating Kennedy Japan. She was dating this person, dating that person. She made me interview her on her own platform. She recorded it. I asked her all this. Did she ever put it out? I went to her. She invited me for an interview. And I told her, today I am going to interview you. So she gave me the microphone and she sat down and I was now interviewing her. That interview never came up. But you fools will all go and sit down there and spill private information for her to make the money whilst you guys continue in your poverty and foolishness. I have no problem with delay. She's been smart, cunning. But some of you who are refusing to learn, dash it and bring me the last story. You've been crying. Mfantsipim school disconnected over unpaid electricity bills. Government school disconnected. You know how old this school is? Founded somewhere in 1876. They said it's over 140 years old. Over. They just celebrated their 145 years, right? Such a powerful school. It existed long before the independence of this nation. great people this school brought up, they can't pay electricity bills. Why? Because it is the government that is dealing with this school. The government of Ghana is broke and is not able to pay electricity bills. So now, Mfantsipim School is begging parents to come and help pay electricity bills. This is the Nana Akufo-Addo that Napo said has done better than Kwame Nkrumah when it comes to education. You see your comedy. Jokers in power. Empty heads. Talkatives. Napo said that Nana Akufo-Addo has done better than Nkrumah when it comes to education in Ghana. Mfantsipim, one of the first schools in the nation. Nanyan, light, onye light, dumso, permanent dumso. ECG went there and disconnected the lights. It's not dumso. They disconnected. Look at it. Mfantsipim School is now counting on the help of parents to bail them out of their power crisis after the government defaulted on payments. Government. Headmaster of the school, Ebenezer Kokwabna Edu, in his speech at the school's speech and prize giving day, revealed the school is in distress and can currently not afford to pay electricity bills. He disclosed that out of 204,000 accumulated Ghana cities accumulated between January and October this year, the government has only paid half, with an outstanding amount of 115,000. How much is 115? How much is 204,000 Ghana cedis? One man can pay 10 times this for the school. Government cannot pay because government is broke. But government has money to give to candidates, political candidates, to go around and bribe everybody 400 Ghana cedis in order to vote them into power. Shameless government. Hell is waiting for you. That's it. I'm going. I appreciate you. Ghana shall prosper. All right. So final messages coming in. Stephen Banda says, I'm watching you live from Bloemfontein, South Africa. Thanks, Blakk. I'm always learning from you, my king. Thanks. Wayo. And he says, please share. Blakk, I love your outfit. Thank you so much, Stephen Banda. I say, come here. Running the story. Wayo. Francis Ampim says, Jah guide you and your crew. Blakk, I just don't think our leaders are Ghanaians. Politics is driving them mad. So mad that they forget that we are all brothers and sisters in this country. So sad. More fire. Kofi King says, Ghana's finest, Africa's number one. Bless love. Ras Osaje Fuduabel. Tendan Doro. Goma Doro. Boabel Zembel. Yenzor Bill. Says, we give thanks for this day. Blakk. Raw. Mustafa Ouattara says, truth to power. Muhammad Bazia 1 says, Blakk Rasta, Muwa fire. The Dagbani verse made my day. Wait. He says, the Dagbani verse made my day. Wait. Then he wrote some Dagbani. Let me try and read it. Okubiala de ne kungobre nung Blakk bla. Okubiala de ne kungobre nung Blakk bla. He's there in Accra, they're eating big meat like this. You know? Says, wayo. Paul Skimo says, greetings, Blakk Rasta. I am late, but I made it to the Black Port. Respect, my brethren. Mustafa Ouattara says, MIKEL Obi's statement is completely true. The earlier we Africans agree to that, the better for us. Our successful relatives owe us nothing. Let's work and hustle hard for ours. Well, they don't really owe us. So what they owe us is just love. That's all. The same love we've given to them. Now, Bon Pyramid says we are in the service of God and country. Alasan Situ says, I wish all my northern brothers and sisters all watch all the time. We are speaking the local dialects always make me so happy. God bless you, my brother. We love you. Always be on point every time you say or present. Tofik Hamza says, I'm watching live from the US of A. Thanks for the good job you are doing. Blessed love. All right. Okay. Oh, you are done. Akpe kaka, akpe sia. Akbe no heavy. Magba fumato. Jakpata beda view. Monye kuo. This has been the Blakk Pot. I love you. I'll catch you again at 5 tomorrow. Until then, make sure that you become that change that you want to see in Ghana and Africa. Hey! Wolam. Oponwia lost the elections in Liberia, and he conceded 2 nights ago, and people are calling him gentlemanly. Did you know that? Thanks so much. Guidance and protections. Tomorrow we'll go deeper into the elections. Until then, congrats to Oponwia, congrats to the new leader, and congrats to the people of Liberia. Hey, my man. Whoa!